All right, down here with Jesse Schlotfeldt, a driver of 360 and a 410 here at Skagit Speedway. I've got 10 questions for you. The first one, what age did you start racing and what was the class?
Started at the age of 6, actually, just over at the little quarter midget track over there. Just grew up watching big cars and always wanted to move up.
After that, did you progress straight to Deming and then here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was actually pretty quick. I was at Deming for a year and a half, and then I stayed at Deming for quite a while, like 8 years, and then finally made the slow transition moving up here. So
growing up and maybe still even now, who was or even is your favorite race car driver?
Growing up, Jason Myers. Easily. Biggest fan.
Really?
Yeah, there was always a big Jason Myers fan. When I was real little, Donnie was in there too. But no, just something about Jason. Just always, when I was younger, my dad used to always tell me, you know, people watch you even when you're not on the track. More what you do off the track sometimes speaks louder than what you do on the track. And I always thought Jason was a really good role model for stuff like that. Always super nice with fans, and especially me being a kid. And Darren Pittman was there too, you know. Just kind of some of the unspoken legends.
Yeah, that's a great reason to be a fan of a driver. So what is your biggest accomplishment throughout your racing career so far?
I mean, I've won Clay Cup at Deming. You know, unfortunately, really haven't done a whole lot of big stuff with sprint car. I felt like I've always had speed, but I just could never really put a whole night together. I'd say my biggest accomplishment is, for me personally, for just running and doing our race team, just me managing, working on the car, doing all that stuff, just me personally taking on the responsibility.
Is a lot of it done by you?
Yeah, all of it.
Really?
All week, you know, all that stuff is just relies on me. If something doesn't get done, it's my fault.
It's on your fault?
Everything's on me, so.
Wow.
So it took a while. I wasn't very involved when I was younger, but now it's all my program now.
So when did you get to that point?
A few years ago, a couple years ago. It was just slowly, my dad just kind of backed off a little more, Scout backed off a little more, and it eventually just, all of it kind of just fell in my hands, and I work full time for Q-Center Shark Racing Engines, so I do all the motor stuff, I take care of all the chassis maintenance, everything, so, you know, Scout and them, like, they'll help out throughout the week with some other stuff that I can't always complete, but yeah, if something doesn't get done, it's my fault. So.
So it's even more rewarding than when you have a good night.
Yeah, no, it feels like that work isn't in vain, so.
Yeah. All right, so if you weren't driving race cars, what else do you think you'd be doing?
I grew up, when I was younger, I had to make a choice between hockey and racing.
You played hockey?
I was in the beginnings of it.
Okay.
Like, it was something that I love hockey. Still a huge fan.
Me too.
Love hockey.
Me too.
Yeah, but yeah, hockey would probably be right up there.
Okay.
Or just, I love working on trucks and stuff like that too. This takes up all of my time. It's just like, I want to go do this, like, stuff with my trucks and do this, but it's just like, there's no time anymore.
All right, so I can remember your cars back at Deming, but what has, and this is very similar to those, what's kind of inspired your car colors throughout the years? And kind of, it feels like it's always been a very similar blue, gray, white paint.
Always, my three base colors have always been black, blue, and white. I've always had those colors on my car. I don't know what it is, but ever since junior sprints, we've always had black, white, and blue. Now we've always tried yellow, like a little bit of yellow one year, tried a little bit of orange on micro, just trying to make things pop a little bit more. But I don't know. It was just when I was younger, my dad asked me what color my car wanted to be, and my favorite colors at the time were black, white, and blue, and I just stuck with it ever since.
They've always turned out very simple, but very sharp looking.
I like it. This is probably my favorite car we've ever done. I've had it now for a few years, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever really change it much. But I like it. It's good. It's simple.
Yeah.
Just wish maybe in the future years, maybe have a little more sponsors on the wing stuff.
So speaking of the wing and a big 21, you've ran that again. I remember at Deming. Now, how'd you get 21?
I was born. My birthday's June 21st. So my dad asked me what number I wanted to be. Originally, when I was a big Nine Shots fan, I wanted to be 15.
Okay.
When I raced quarter midgets, there was already another kid at the track that was under 15, so I had to revert back to my birthday, which is June 21st. So 21.
All right. So, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie, man. I don't know. Big fan of action comedies. When I was younger, my dad and I used to watch Wild Hogs. It's a motorcycle movie. I don't know if many people know it. The other guys, I don't know, not really many big movies. I'm a big fan of Star Wars.
That's a great movie series.
Yeah, I had to fit the nerdy part for me, so Star Wars.
All right, so take out the sprint car. You couldn't run it. Of the other classes here at Skagit Speedway, what would you run?
Ugh. No sprint car.
No sprint car.
I don't know. The midgets have always been intriguing.
Okay.
I've never got to race anything non-wing besides micro a couple of times, but just that class that they've grown. It seems like it's a really respectful class, and Carl and Galen, they've done a really good job of building that class from what it was back in like 2015, 2016 to what it is now.
Yeah, it's grown exponentially.
Yeah, and sometimes I just feel like I want to drive a Hornet and just run into other people. So it always seems like a good
bounce
fun.
around a little bit.
Yeah, just bounce off people.
So when you pop in those headphones, you're just listening. Do you got a favorite band or artist that you like to listen to for music?
Man, I listen to everything.
Okay.
I love 70s, 80s rock.
Oh.
I love some old indie stuff, 70s music. Listen.
So if you listen to, continue.
Just like Bob Marley. I listen to
Okay.
rap. I listen to so much stuff. It's
Anything that you won't listen to then?
the only thing that I have a hard time listening to is just like screamo metal. There's not really a part of it in my life I like. But no, I just whatever mood I'm feeling like I need to be in. If I need to work, I listen to rock. If I want to relax, listen to jazz. Just I don't know. I listen to literally everything besides screamo metal. I can't do it.
All right. So now round it out. What's been the favorite racetrack that you've ran on throughout your career?
Throughout my career,
There can be more than one.
Tulsa's up there.
Okay.
I'd have to say Tulsa's probably one of my favorite. It's a track I still haven't quite figured out, but I got to run there a little more last year, and I felt like I was just starting to figure it out. So we're gonna run Trophy Cup again this year.
Okay.
So hoping for that. Chico's good fun. I mean, honestly, our backyard, Skagit, pretty blessed with what we have just right in our backyard here.
For sure.
It's definitely hard to justify leaving racing this track and going racing somewhere else when there's an overlapping weekend. But
yeah.
No, I'd say like those three tracks are probably my favorites that I've raced at in a sprint car.
All right. Well, sweet. Hey, Jesse, thanks so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.